First of all, when Sean asked me to talk, he didn't tell me I was going to have a boss here. And then my boss comes up and tells me I have another boss next year here, and so that scares me a bit. And Courtney said she doesn't like to talk. I actually like to talk. I actually don't think school sucks, but I tend to be able to make things more concise if I type them out, so I have a typed speech. And when I first wrote the speech, I didn't have a title for it, but I did, after I wrote it, I titled it as Campus Life a Safe Place. It is my privilege to talk to you tonight about the impact of campus life on East High in general and on the wrestling team in particular. First of all, let me say that I was involved in campus life in high school when Glenn Jones was the director. That's kind of why I knew about 1970. And I am still friends with a number of the people I came to know through campus life. Campus life has had a very positive impact at East High. Sean, Carrie, Danny, and others have basically poured their lives into East High, and God has used their lives to change the lives of many others. Sean, Carrie, and Danny have basically made themselves into part of the East High community. I think they really bleed blue and white. They have immersed themselves in the culture of East High. They attend countless ball games and matches. They spend time in the halls of East High, and they have become true fans of the East High students. By giving of themselves in this way, these leaders have provided what I would call a safe place for East High students. This place is not a location. It is a safe zone. Wherever you are, it is a place where you don't have to drink, where you don't have to do anything to impress someone, where you don't have to be cool, where you know you will be loved and accepted just the way you are. It is a place where you don't have to be afraid, you don't have to worry, and you are safe. This safe place, this safe zone is so important because people in general and high school students in particular live in a world of insecurity, a world of fear. Generally, this is not a fear of being physically hurt, though that sometimes can be. It is a fear of not being accepted, of not measuring up. This fear often dominates the actions of young people and adults. They live their very lives in the hope that somehow they can make the grade and be accepted. This fear affects everything they do, from what clothes they will wear to whether or not they will engage in activities such as alcohol, drugs, and sex. Sean, Carrie, and Danny have helped students escape these fears by providing them with a safe place where they will be accepted and loved. This safe place is contagious and it changes lives. I have witnessed many young people's lives being changed directly as a result of campus life. After finding this safe place, these students practice the idea, and I wrote this before Ms. Peterson talked, practice the idea of pay it forward. They have accepted others as they are. They have not at all made others feel like they needed to measure up to a standard, but have shown them unconditional acceptance and love. This is why you see so many campus life students hanging out together at East High. This is why you see so many campus life students at the games, concerts, and other performances of campus life students. The East Campus Life students are a true community. They are an open community. They exclude no one, but they truly invest themselves in each other's lives. When one weeps, the others weep with them. When one rejoices, the others rejoice with them. When one is successful, they all take joy in that success. I have seen so many changed lives, but I would like to mention a few. Trey Otley is now a campus life leader and a major force for God's kingdom. I believe he was simply transformed by Christ through the love that was demonstrated to him by campus life, its leaders, and its members. I believe Trey needed a safe place, and campus life became his safe place. Evan Booman is an example of a life which has been changed in a major way. My first contact with Evan at East High was correcting him for cussing in the freshman hallway, I think on more than one occasion. Evan found a safe place in campus life, and now he is a safe place for others. Evan has become a leader in campus life. He was a leader on our wrestling team in spite of being injured, and I believe he will continue to make an impact for Christ for the rest of his life. My own son, Keenan, was nurtured and matured through campus life. He found the safe place he needed in campus life. Campus life has helped Keenan, Ryan Etherton, and Jeff Rutledge to become safe places for others. The experiences they gained in campus life have helped them to become major forces for Christ on the University of Nebraska at Kearney campus, both on the campus at large and on the wrestling team in particular. Eric Willman is also a part of the impact that has spread from East Campus life to UNK. These young men have found more safe places and more nurturing in Kearney, in Navigators and FCA, and in their local churches. I know my son has voiced some consideration of one day working with campus life. And one of the greatest things I can say about campus life is that would bring me great joy. One of the more amazing transformations I have witnessed is Drew Etherton. I can remember when all Drew ever wanted to do was have fun. Well, Drew is still one of the most fun individuals I know, but now his driving passion is to love Christ, to love others, and to share Christ's love with others. Drew is truly a safe place for others. I have watched Drew closely act as this safe place for the young members of our wrestling team. This brings me to a major point in my speech, and that is the impact campus life has had on my wrestling team in particular. I've had close wrestling teams in the past, but I must say that the wrestling team this year was as close as any wrestling team that I have coached. These guys were a true community. They were truly immersed in each other's lives. I rarely see wrestlers in the hall when they are not with other wrestlers. They are so close. They care so much for each other. They are constantly at each other's houses, hanging out. They eat together at the Mexicali Bullfrog. I tried to go there the other day, it was closed. And they spend countless hours together. They cheer wildly for each other. They are each other's greatest fans. When 3 wrestlers were awarded the Eagle Scout promotion, there were several other wrestlers there to support them. I fully expect these guys to continue their friendships throughout their lives. They are each other's safe places. I believe campus life has been a major factor in making this year's Lincoln East wrestling team so close. Campus life has helped make them into a team in the truest sense of the word. It was largely in campus life where this amazing team bond was forged. My last comment is on something a former pastor, Dana Olson, once told me. Dana talked a great deal about what he called friendship evangelism. The one quote he used, which I will always remember, was, "Love them until they ask why." Sean, Carrie, Danny, and others have simply loved these East High students in such a way that they had to know why. The members of campus life have carried on that tradition and have themselves loved their fellow students until they simply had to know why. Don't get me wrong, members of campus life are not afraid to share the gospel, and they do it often, but they are not simply notching their guns. They truly love these kids into conversion. Ultimately, God changes the heart, but I can tell you He is using the love and acceptance and the safe place that campus life provides to change lives in a mighty way. Thank you for considering what I had to say. Thanks.